Good YouTube, man. Hey, listen, I heard CJ Stroud mention this before, man. That he played for Snoop Dogg's football team as he was younger, when he was younger, back in the day. And it's like growing up, when I was growing up, man, and I found out that Snoop Dogg had a few football team. I wanted to play for them so bad. I didn't know where it was located and whatnot. I just wanted to play, man. It was my dream when I was like 8, 9 years old to be on Snoop Dogg's football team. It looked like it was lit, and I thought it was hella cool that you can, go to school and be like, yeah, I play for Snoop Dogg, like Snoop Dogg, my coach. And that's a big reason why, I love football. Don't get it misconstrued, but there's a lot of reasons why I coach youth football. And for those who don't know, yeah, I coach this 12-year-old team, Primetime Raptors and the Primetime Players, out in Houston, Texas. So yeah, y'all be on the lookout for that type of content as well when the season roll back around. But yeah, it's a lot of reasons why I do it, and that's one of the reasons why too, just so I could make the kids feel good, make them feel special. Like they love going to school and bragging. Yeah, I play for Coach Prime. Look, showing them videos, stuff like that. I think that's a cool thing. And that's something I wish I had back in the day, growing up playing Little League. But anyways, man, this video is titled "Snoop Dogg on Coaching C.J. Stroud in the Youth Football League," and I just want to hear what he say about him and see if did he already know that bro was gonna be in the NFL? Did he already know that bro was a dog? I want to hear Snoop's intake. Let's see what he got to say.
Coach in this movie, and you play a youth coach in real life. I mean, you are a youth football coach. And how long has the Snoop Youth Football League been running?
We've been up since 2005. That's when we were established. So we're 18 years and
Long
running.
time.
Proud of my league, proud of what it's produced, and
$100 will be
still
available
going.
January 27th.
I remember you coming on NFL Network and NFL Total Access in 05. We had you split screen with Paul Tagliabue, the commissioner at the time.
And the commissioner gave me permission via my homegirl, Constant Sports, to use any NFL logo on any team in my football league. So we started patenting our kids after NFL teams.
And that's how, before he was a Texan and before he was a Buckeye, C.J. Stroud was a Steeler.
That's hard. The
Steeler.
Yes, sir.
And there, look at that kid on the screen right there. Look at that fresh-faced. Was he 13
Look at that
at the time? Is that what he was?
11, 12, 13, he played in my league.
That's hard.
As a Steeler.
Yes, sir. You know we the Steelers, baby.
I know that.
Come on, man.
Now that's the question. Like, did you put a kid that you saw has got the chops? You put him in a Steeler uniform, Snoop?
Come
Is that
on,
what
Rich,
happened?
you know that's what I was coaching the Steelers. I made my program and my organization the Steelers, the Pomona Steelers, because I'm such a diehard Steeler fan. But it was multiple teams in my league that were outstanding, that produced some great kids. The Compton Vikings produced Lenore and Keyshawn Mixon, the L.A.
So before he became a Texan, that boy was a Steeler. Imagine if C.J. Stroud was on the actual Steelers, though, this season. Ooh-wee. He would have had some receivers. But, I mean, shit, he got Tank Dell, Nico Collins. I mean, y'all think this Texans better than the Steelers right now? What y'all think? That's kind of... I feel like they kind of go hand in hand for real. I don't know. Steelers got a better defense for sure. I will say that.
Demos produced Romeo Dobbs. So it's a bunch of kids that came out of my league that played for multiple programs.
And how about this weekend for both of them? Obviously, Stroud and Dobbs.
I'm so excited watching these games now. I don't even watch for the win of it all. I watch for the thrill to see that these kids have turned into grown men and they playing big roles on these teams. And they used to these bright lights because they were put in these positions as kids. So now when they get to the NFL in these bright light games, it's not a surprise that they're having these big games because they was brought up in these situations.
You know, and I, again, knowing you, Snoop, like, obviously you want these kids to succeed, but you also know it's important to see them on stages like this so your youth league can, continue and keep on giving the opportunity to a bunch of kids that are out there. What is it like for you to sit there wherever you're watching these games and see Stroud be the clear stud that he is, and Dobbs coming up with a game that, the Packers haven't seen since Devontae Adams was doing it for
Dobbs
them.
a dog. I'm not even going to hold you.
It's like a proud father, because every kid that plays in my league is considered my baby.
Facts, and I could relate. Like that's what I'm saying. Like, hey, when women be asking me, hey, you got kids? I be like, yeah, I got like 20 of them. I be talking about like my kids that play for me because it's just like you really take them in as a youth football coach, bro. I learned that it's more than just football. Like I had to be like kind of like a dad off the field. Like I was picking these kids up from the hood or wherever they. Most of my kids from the hood, so I would be picking them kids up from the hood. Yeah, my AMG truck, like my nice truck. You know what I'm saying? Turned into a soccer mom van real fast. Like I got they shoulder pads all in the truck. They cleats all in them. They dirty my truck up, but I never was mad because it's just like, how cool is it that your coach could pick you up, nice car, blasting music, shit that I used to dream of. Like I used to love when my coach used to pick me up before a game. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the parents can't take their kids to practice or a game. You gotta come through like daddy time, like pull up, make sure they got everything. I got y'all cleats, I got y'all glove, like y'all ain't forgetting nothing. Y'all got water and all that. I'm buying water, I'm buying everything. Like you know what I'm saying? It's like you gotta be full time daddy mode. Like you gotta bring them home, make sure they walk in the door safe, all that. So I agree, and I can relate to what Snoop's saying.
Because more than likely they come in as babies and they leave as men. So they may outgrow my lap, but they'll never outgrow my heart. So they're going to remain babies to me. So when I see them, watching them doing their thing, I'm just so proud, so happy. The fact that they stayed true to it, that they stuck to it, that they got good at it, that they studied, that they became great at their craft and not just took it for granted. And shout out to them for being on their job and doing their job.
Well, they're certainly doing that. Do you reach out to Stroud every now and then? Do you speak to him?
I seen CJ when I was in Houston. I had a show and he came to see me. And this was like in the preseason when they had lost a couple of preseason games, but I could just tell that he was so, laser focused on what he was doing. And he's such a spiritual kid. He's so positive. That's what I like about him, is that he's pushing a different narrative than a lot of these other guys in the league. He's pushing a real narrative of spirit, love, and just being a voice of positivity.
Well, in terms of his personal life as well, I mean, a lot of folks might not know the story about him and his dad. And was that something going on when he was part of the Snoop Youth Football League?
Yes, sir. My guy, Coach Superfly, stepped in and became like his coach, role model, to assist with his mom and assist with his family. So, in my league, it takes a village to raise one kid. And the beautiful thing is we have so many great coaches and mentors and people who value these kids' time and put time into them. So when we see these guys successful, it's a group effort. It's a lot of people that put in that time and effort, and we're just proud to be connected.
Because at the end of the day, man, you don't have to do it. It's all volunteer work when it comes to the youth football thing, man. You don't have to. You got to do it off the love of the game, the love of the kids, the love of the outcome. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no big salary in coaching youth football. You know what I'm saying? So it's really off the love, man. You gotta, salute to those who do it. You know what I'm saying? Who coach anything youth, who do anything for the youth. You gotta salute it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what's building a community to push a positive narrative
to these kids.
Yeah, and again, it's just when I speak to Kurt Warner and speak to him about Stroud, he doesn't talk about how he's great as a rookie. He's talking about how he's great as good as a veteran quarterback in the NFL. Like the stuff that he's doing, that he's putting on tape, that he's putting on the scoreboard, is stuff that some of the other veteran quarterbacks in the league are not doing right now. It truly is unbelievable.
Shout out to the Snoop Youth Football League for coaching these kids up, man. They said we was a league that was ghetto in the beginning. Now they know we really be coaching. So shout out to all of the coaches out there. Great work. Keep it up.
And Prime was also in on the Snoop League for a while at the start.
Prime, we've been doing this for a long time. He's moved up to the collegiate level. I stayed down on the lower level, but Prime has always been my friend. He's always been involved with kids. He's always helped me as far as coaching. We've coached against each other. We've coached each other's kids. That's what we do as men. We try to bring the best out of these babies because we both love being there for those kids.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day.
That's dope, man. Ain't nothing better than that. Make sure y'all drop a comment and give me y'all thoughts on this thing, man. Just give me y'all thoughts on the whole thing. I wondered, I kind of thought he was going to talk about how his gameplay as a kid and stuff like that. Cause I was curious to know, was he always a dog? You know what I'm saying? Was he always tough? Shit. Let me know what y'all think in the comments down below. I'm gone.